All right, hey everyone. Sorry about that. I had a little technical issue right before the stream started, so I had to wait an extra minute or so to get it all sorted out. How you guys doing? I'm gonna shout out people who are here in the chat today. So if you want a shout out, now's the time to say something in the chat. Just gonna shout you out one time. We got Brian C here, Mr. Combustible Lemon, Joshua Ejola. Let's see, Jurassic Gamer. Myself, Nintendo Prime. R is here. We got Jazz and Z. We got K Marager. I probably butchered that. Arthur Lomley, CB Vadeville. By the way, if I butcher your names, I really apologize. I'm not good at pronouncing things. Logan LeBlanc is here. The Random D. Bad _ Milk is here. Darian is here. Habs 0 is here. Let's see here. Scrolling on down. We got Gimblo Gambler here. Lots of people worried about my giveaways being a scam. I can understand, like, if you're a new follower of the channel, because here's something that people need to understand about YouTube, okay? And you can hold other people who do giveaways that maybe are scamming to this. YouTube has a very strict policy about giveaways. If you are running a scam, they will delete your YouTube channel. So when a YouTuber puts out there that he's doing a giveaway, he has to actually do the giveaway or his channel will be removed by YouTube. Like, literally, if I wasn't doing a giveaway, my channel could go bye-bye. So, yeah, like, if I say in the thumbnail or in the title that there's going to be some giveaways for some codes or whatever, any sort of giveaway, I have to actually give something away. I can't just not do it. So just throwing that out there so people that are always like, oh man, it's a scam. It's like, it legally can't be a scam or my channel is going to be gone. So, anyways. Just wanted to address that out the door for anyone who's new that thinks for some reason the crap's fake, even though I give away stuff all the time. We got JC Menendez here. Let's see here. Solomon Caesar is here. David Haney is here. Let's see here. Kremstar Creates is here. Roll Tide 8 is here. Big Mike's Gaming Studios is here. I Sweats is here, or Sweets. I'm not sure which pronunciation he's going with. Neil Agosto is here. K Beacon is here. JC Menendez, I think I might have said you already. I'm not really sure. Corey Bohm is here. Primetime, baby. Let's see here. Scrolling on down. Was that everyone who wanted to be shouted out? We got AXFO Gaming is here. Sixto Cortez Castaneda, welcome, man. I did not succeed in getting a PlayStation 5. No. It's because we're talking about State of Play today. So because we're talking about the State of Play that's happening this Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Central time. My time is 4 p.m. I figured, you know what? We'll give away some PlayStation 1s too. Like, you know, it's basically, it's user choice. I mean, it might end up all being Nintendo Switch eShop codes. Basically, whoever wins will get to choose which they want, and then I'll go buy it off Amazon or whatever and send it your guys' way. Mr. Pete 1985 is here. We got Jose Rivera is here. Imian Soul is here. Luke Skywalker. Luke. We got Sir Quacks is here. Nintendo Scarlet. Jamanda Bop is here. Daliana Voken. Christopher Lockhart's here. Nice. And now one of my child is here. The Jakeinator's here, RZ, and both of my children just walked in, both my sons. 1 second. Children. We got Stu Cheeks here right now. Nice. Just to help you out with my name, it's Axfo. Yeah, I'm not going to remember that. I'm sorry, man. AXFO. Literally not going to remember that. I'm really bad with pronouncing. I don't know. Both. Enunciating and pronouncing. I'm bad at both. I got some ice water here. Gonna take a little drink. Do I believe the GameStop leaked for 2 games? Well, yeah, it's legit. It's real. It's not even like literally. I know a manager at GameStop. He told me about it. It's legit. It's not really. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything. It just means there's a couple games coming to Switch. We don't know what they're called yet. 1 second. Children. I love my kids, but they're always so needy. That's the way kids get. Even though there's a different parent in the house watching them. Yeah, I think she's doing college work right now. Do you have any thoughts on easy mode in games that build themselves on difficulty? I'm currently making a video essay on it. Any thoughts on easy mode in games? That I don't have if a game advertises itself as being super hard, like a really difficult game, but they provide an easy mode, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just opens the game up to more players. I don't think there's I mean, some games are purposely just going to stay hard and not invite those players in. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it, The more people that get to it, what it means to me when you have a game that's super difficult and you advertise it for its difficulty, but they offer an easy mode, it means your game has something to offer beyond just being hard. For some people, when you play a game, be it any game, it could be a board game like that Chinese board game Go, can be really difficult, really complex. Especially when you play against someone who's really good at it. Same with chess. But there's really a thought process that goes along with that, where the game, if it allows an easy mode, has more to it than just being difficult. Some games exist just to be difficult, and thus the achievement of completing the level, completing the stage, completing the game is the fun. There are some, I would say, indie games in particular that are rapid-fire side-scrolling platformers where I wouldn't really say that it's fun, but it is. There's a certain joy to be had in completing a very difficult platforming level or stage. But when some games offer an easy mode, to me that means, hey, that's not the only thing the game's about. Maybe there's a really cool story that they want more people to experience, right? Sometimes I think any game that includes an easy mode, that's what they're telling you. They're telling you there's more reasons to play this game than just the challenge of playing the game. Typically, that means that they really like the story and they want as many people to experience it as possible. Some people just prefer gameplay to be easier as well. So, all right. Let me see here. A lot of players with disabilities need an easy mode as well. That's always something to consider too. I usually don't think about that much since I'm not someone with disabilities, but obviously. Why not pre-order at Best Buy where they don't F up pre-orders? Best Buy Fs up pre-orders all the time. What are you talking about? They took too many pre-orders for PlayStation 5 and my pre-order got canceled. What the hell are you talking about? Best Buy is not any better than anywhere else. Just because you've never had an issue there, you've just been lucky. Every retailer has issues with pre-orders. All of them end up taking more pre-orders than they can handle. Let's see here. I've literally put videos up on my channel about different retailers canceling pre-orders because they took too many. Would you prefer a Zelda game with better dungeons or world or better gameplay? Why can't you have all of the above? Why does it have to be one or the other? And what does better mean? It's such a subjective thing. One of the points I make is that I don't think there are any games that rely 100% on difficulty. Even second favorite game, Celeste, has a great story. I don't know about that. I haven't played. Okay, I firmly believe that there are some indie games that really don't have much of a story. It's just all about the gameplay. You're basically suggesting that there aren't games that are just about gameplay. And I don't think that's true. I mean, even when there is a simplistic story attached, sometimes it's a really simplistic story. So there's nothing great to experience that you haven't experienced before. I'll give you an example. Most Mario games don't really have much of a story. It's about the gameplay. And we should know that as Nintendo fans. There are some Mario games that have a slightly deeper story, but for the most part, it's really not that deep. It's really not that complex. It's very simplistic, and you already know the story at the very beginning of the game. The very first thing that happens, you're like, yep, I know how this game ends. So why are you playing? Well, you're not playing it really to save the princess. You're not really playing it to stop Bowser. You're playing it because the gameplay is fun. Now, there are certain, obviously, Mario games that do have a deeper story, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them are simplistic. So, like, people usually, in most Mario games, not all, aren't progressing in the game because of the story. My kids are playing the heck out of Super Mario 3D World right now. They don't even know what the hell's going on with the story. They're playing it because it's fun. So they're playing Super Mario 3D World because it's fun. They don't give two shits about the story. So I'm just pointing out that, like, there's definitely games out there that they pretty much exist for the gameplay. Skyward Sword's not one of them, by the way. Skyward Sword, I mean, Zelda games have more story than most Nintendo games anyway, but Skyward Sword has a very deep story. I wonder how many people even know that story, considering it wasn't very popular. Thank you, IX Thoma, for following over on Twitch. So, a couple of things to note here. I am taking donations and Super Chats. Always taking donations and Super Chats. You never have to give anything. There's no obligation. For every donation and Super Chat, you can either just get a thank you, or you can get a thank you plus a shot. I have a little bit of rum chata still. I've got some Jägermeister. And if for some reason we ever get a $100 dono or Super Chat today, I will open the door to Liquid Death if someone wants me to do Liquid Death. For those who don't know, Liquid Death is basically tequila, and tequila puts me, like, it takes hardly any tequila for me to have too much to drink. That being said, I don't suspect we're going to have any issues with that. Most people that donate, some people don't even want me to do shots, and that's fine. Don't have to. I always drink responsibly. I'm at home. I'm not going anywhere. Responsibility with the kids taken care of. There's another adult in the house who's completely sober, and I am not one of those angry people if I did end up having too much. Anyone who's been on my streams where I have had too much knows I'm kind of fun and silly and goofy and actually more relaxed, to be honest, than I am sometimes when I'm not. I don't get all the bad signs. So if you end up drinking with me today, drink responsibly. Obviously, be old enough in your given country. I don't promote underage drinking at my channel. Also, if you would like to support us getting a new camera lens, if you ever notice sometimes in my videos that I go out of focus, it's because this is the kit lens for the Lumix G7 camera, and there are some limitations with focus on it. So yeah, I just kind of deal with it as best I can because lenses are a bit pricey. But I am looking to get a new lens. It's about $150, $147, but then there's tax and everything. I'll cover all that. But yeah, so we're doing a little fundraiser for that. If we had never hit the fundraising goal, it's all right. We already had our first dollar donated to it yesterday. So yesterday somebody donated the money. Jeff, good old Jeff. Everyone needs a Jeff. He donated the money to get a new audio interface. That has been ordered and will arrive tomorrow. Might even do a live stream about that audio interface. Should be really simple to set up since I already have the drivers installed for it because I have the single mic version. This is the dual mic version. So now we can have two separate mics on the Nintendo Prime podcast for me and my co-host. So that'll really help increase the audio quality. Plus, my goal is to set up my mics in an interesting configuration. So basically, you guys always see like this little mic on my camera. So what I want to do is I want to move this mic forward like this so it's off camera. But I always worry because I'm always moving like this. I'm really animated when I talk that my voice goes in and out. So because my voice goes in and out, it's because I'm backing away and moving around the mic. So the goal is that I can also use the dual mics for better recording. I have a mic stand that I can put a mic like up here. So my goal is to like basically take this mic and like put it here and then have another mic like, you know, closer to me up here, but just off camera. So when I'm moving around and no matter which direction I'm talking in, one of the mics will pick up my voice clear enough that my voice doesn't get super quiet. And it basically gives me more freedom of movement. So that's my hope with that. And both the mics are the exact same mics, exact same quality of mic. So the sound quality itself shouldn't be any different. It just gives me more options with single recording, but that's not really why I wanted that audio interface. It was for the podcast. We got the donation needed to get that, so thank you so much to Jeff yesterday. I went ahead and ordered it. So now next up's the lens, and then after that, I'm not really sure. Part of me wants an SMB7 microphone. I don't need it though. That's more of like a, hey, you've made it on YouTube when you're using the next step up from the AT2035, which these mics are fantastic. But there's nothing really I need for the channel. Like getting the kit lens would be like a nice to have, more so, or getting a new lens is like a nice to have more so than a need. Yes, now we will be giving away some basically eShop or PlayStation Network gift cards today. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're not talking like $20, $30, $40, $50 ones here. $5, $10 ones, something like that. I don't know how many I'm going to give away yet. And they'll be given out throughout the stream. I'll ask you guys to basically say something in the chat, a specific word or phrase, and you need to say it exactly as I type it out to enter, because it'll be a bot that's taking all the entries, and then I will be using that bot to randomly select winners. If you win, you must contact me on Twitter through a Twitter DM and send me evidence, typically a screenshot of you logged into YouTube with your username that you won with, or you need to create a Discord account and message me and connect your YouTube account to your Discord. You can also send me a screenshot of you logged in on YouTube for double confirmation there as well through Discord. And I will put a link to my Discord a little bit later, unless one of our mods would like to toss out a link. So yeah, those are basically how you'll be able, if you don't have Twitter or you don't have that, there is an option for email. I do have a public email address, but I try to avoid using that because I get a lot of business emails. I mean, like I'm not going to show you all the emails I have going on, but I do have 623 unread, strictly Nintendo Prime related emails. So, and in fact, one of them is about the damn camera lens I was looking at. But I've got indie people, like, dude, I got so many indie game downloads in my thing. Like, I think right now I have an indie code for Ghost and Goblins Resurrection. I have a code in my inbox for, Radical Robot. I have a code in my inbox for, I'm just scrolling through. Indies are always sending me codes. I barely ever redeem them because I'm only going to redeem the code if I plan to use it. Suave scalp control. What the hell? I don't know why I have an email about that. Gosh. A review code for Gemini. So just in general, the codes I have sitting here. Under Leaves. I have a review code for that. I get a bunch of indie game review codes. Indie games are always just looking for as much attention as they can get. Could you do giveaways for those indie codes? No. So people always ask, well, if you're not going to use those indie codes, why don't you give them away? The review codes. A lot of these games aren't even out yet, and if they are out, they were given to me for the purpose of me covering the games or doing a live stream of the games. And I do not have permission from these indie devs to just give those codes away. So I wish I could. I wish I could just give them away, but I can't. Now I don't have their permission to do it. So I know, like Ghosts and Goblins one. A lot of people are liking that game right now. All right, so let's talk about some of the topics we got. We got State of Play, Switch Pro, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Let's start with the last topic there. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 was announced as coming to a bunch of new platforms, including PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. There'll be a $10 upgrade fee if you already have it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And then the Nintendo Switch version, which currently does not have a release date. Sounds like they are not releasing the game at $59.99, which they didn't on the other platforms, so it would make a lot of sense. So I'm not really a big Tony Hawk Pro Skater fan. Never really have been. I did play 1 and 2 back in the day, but I just never really got into it. Was never really into it. I'm not really a skating fan in general. I tried to force myself to get into it when I was a kid because I had friends that were into skating. I wasn't one of them. Whether it was boarding, whether it was rollerblades, I just didn't really care that much. So it's cool it's coming over, and I know it's a big deal, and I know these remasters, remakes, I think is technically what they are good. people are really enjoying them. They're just not my type of game. But I wanted to mention they are coming out. Again, no Switch release date yet. I can't remember. There is a release date for the next-gen versions. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Next up, we'll talk about State of Play. So, State of Play is Sony's version of Nintendo Directs, basically. Microsoft has a version as well called... God. Someone in the chat's going to tell me. I know Microsoft has a version as well. The State of Plays and Microsoft's versions are more like Nintendo Direct minis. They're not really like full-blown, like huge Nintendo Directs. They're more like the mini versions. And Sony, it was it was $40 I expected it to be $40 on Switch. So the State of Play, Sony announced a State of Play today, happening on Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. So they gave us a couple day lead up. I'm not, Sony has a lot of games announced, but not a lot of release dates announced. So I think we're gonna see Ratchet and Clank. We know when that game's coming. We're gonna see some other games as well that they have in the pipeline, and I'm just kind of excited to see how they're gonna line things up. The problem Sony has right now is kind of twofold. One, there's a lot of people pissed they can't get a PlayStation 5. So very high demand system. We potentially might get a bunch of stuff talked in the State of Play that's only available for a very small install base, which that would suck. Two, obviously, there's been a lot of attention happening on DualSense Drift. What I kind of find interesting about the attention on DualSense Drift is I think Nintendo Switch and Nintendo's own Joy-Con drift problems has actually highlighted the fact that there's actually a industry-wide drift problem. So the Xbox Series X, DualSense, Xbox One, DualShock 4, all of them use the same sticks from the same companies. And these sticks have massive flaws in their design and are essentially going to always wear out and start drifting. Not as bad as Joy-Cons. Joy-Cons design is worse and different than their design, but still has a similar concept that ends up leading to all these controllers having drift problems. And the stupid thing about it is there's already been redesigned sticks for over a decade that exist out there that are better designed and not made to wear out nearly as quickly. Someone mentioned that there was, what was it? Digital Foundry? No, not Digital Foundry. iFixit. They went into why all these controllers are drifting. Not the Joy-Con. That one's already well known. But why Xbox One and DualSense and all that stuff are drifting. And they talked about how, it's not supposed to start drifting until X amount of hours spent playing. And then they reveal, the X amount of hours spent playing ends up being 300 or 400, which you guys know, that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's really not a lot of hours, to be completely honest. And people are having it happen sometimes right out the box. So it's a problem. I don't expect Sony to mention anything about PlayStation 5 stock or anything about DualSense Drift during the State of Play. They're going to focus just on games. That's what State of Play is about, just games. So it'll be good to get some release dates and understand what to be hyped for. They'll talk about some indie games. They'll talk about first party. They'll talk about third party. Maybe we'll see Final Fantasy 15 again. That'll be really exciting. They just had some news come out about that I didn't cover because I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 15 because I'm not sure if I'm going to have a PlayStation 5. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Sony's working on. And I honestly hope we reach a point where the one benefit I think of Joy-Con drift becoming this thing and having lawsuits, and now the DualSense has a lawsuit going on for drift, is I think finally console manufacturers are being held to task over the fact that they've been using these really cheap joysticks for a super long time. And it's time to move on and use slightly more expensive ones that are way better designed and last for much longer. You can never technically fully ever get rid of drift because to get rid of it would mean you created a joystick that never breaks. That's not possible. But there are way better designed joysticks that are way more durable out there that are definitely an option, but they're going to cost a little more because the molds don't already exist. So in mass quantities. But yeah, I'm hoping that this leads to redesigned controllers. I don't think it's going to happen this gen. That's the problem. Like, I don't think DualSense is getting fixed. I don't think Joy-Con clearly isn't getting fixed. I would love for it to, but clearly it's not. Thank you so much, IS Josem, for and Prix J for following over on Twitch. So I don't think those problems are going to be addressed. As for what some people were hoping to see, the Game Over Jesse, welcome to the stream, man. 400 hours is nothing. Yeah, you have 75 hours. Yeah, like literally, the joystick drift. It's not just a Joy-Con problem. It just was worse on Joy-Cons than anything else. And now everyone's starting to pay a lot more attention to the fact that, hey, drift is a big problem in the whole industry, and nobody's really doing anything about it. So what do you guys want to see for State of Play? State of Play is an online event. So it'll be on Sony's, all the PlayStation and Sony social media stuff. I'll probably live stream react to it. You know, I do it for Directs. Why not do it for State of Plays? Flip Through says, I see a new Infamous game for PlayStation 5. Infamous 1 and 2 on PlayStation 3. Infamous Second Son and First Son on PS4. So maybe another... Probably going to get another Infamous game. I don't know if we'll get it today. Let me see here. Anything else? Any other games you guys looking forward to potentially in the State of Play? Any other games you guys are hoping to see in Sony's State of Play on Thursday? Right now, I've seen a call for Infamous. More Ratchet and Clank info. Yeah, I definitely want to get more Ratchet and Clank info. I think that's a given. Release dates is what I would want to see. I think we get 2 to 3 dates and find out a lot of stuff is getting delayed. That's possible. It's always possible that we're going to see a lot of delays. After all, COVID, probably really messed with things. A more detailed dive into Rift Apart. I think it's a given because we know we're getting that game somewhat soon, that we're going to see more of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for sure. Mario Golf. Expectations are really low. And you got to remember, there's probably a Pokemon event happening later this week too. So we'll stream that too. Wouldn't it be funny if they happened at the same time? I got a dual stream, 2 different event reactions at the same time. Usually that doesn't happen, but you never know. Pokemon Company doesn't give a crap. Is everyone okay with Mario Golf using Wii Sports Golf aiming? It's optional. It's optional. Motion controls are very welcome, but it's all optional. I'm a Nintendo and Xbox guy, not a PlayStation type. I don't even know what that means. What is a PlayStation type? I always like what does it mean to be a PlayStation type? Like what does that even mean? I'm legit asking. I don't even know what it means to be a PlayStation type or an Xbox type or a Nintendo type. I love Zelda, so that's like the reason I end up leaning towards Nintendo, but I'll play games on anything. I just care that the games interest me. I'm a PC and Nintendo guy. I play PC games too. Yeah, mostly just World of Warcraft right now. I'm kind of waiting for that next game that's really going to grab me on PC. But I game on PC. Because now that I have Game Pass too, like I could use that on PC, but I really don't. I mostly just use it on Xbox. When do I think the next Sega console will release? What are some IPs that Sony has they haven't touched in a while? Sly Cooper, maybe. I don't know what they could announce. I only care about Infamous. Sly Cooper has not been touched in a while, I don't think. Because a lot of people like Xbox or PlayStation, not both. And why is that? Is that just like a fanboy thing? Like, why can't people like both? Like, what's this mental block people have where you either like an Xbox or you like PlayStation? You can't like both. It's just like back in the day. You either like Nintendo or you like Sega. You can't possibly like both. Like, why? Why can't you like both? They have completely different games. Why can't you like both? Aren't games what we should care about, not brands? So, like, the games are what we should really care about than what name is on the console. Twisted Metal. Gex. Like, let me look at some upcoming PlayStation 5 games. PlayStation 5 announced games. Let's see here. I just want to get a list of the games here. So, new God of War. We know that that's coming. Horizon Forbidden West. We haven't seen anything about that in a long time. That's supposed to come this year, so... And this is why website's getting mad at me for using an ad blocker. Using an ad blocker. I'm like, I know. I know I'm using an ad blocker. Thank you. So let's see here. Well, those are launch games. Get past launch games. Yeah, so the new God of War. I don't care about just launch games. So dumb when, like, websites, I ask for a complete list of PlayStation 5 announced games, and they're just giving me launch games. Like, I don't just want launch games. Gosh darn it. Jesus. Here. I don't know how hard it is to just get a list of PlayStation games. Why is it so difficult? Okay. I'm okay. Good now, right? I'm back. All right. So what happened is my internet went out. I went and rebooted the router. Did a power cycle on it, and then the internet came back. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. That's weird. My mic is not off right now. My mic is not off right now. My mic is on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. So yeah, my internet died. And then I rebooted my router. I power cycled my router, and now it's back. So I don't know what happened. So, I'm back. All right. So what was I looking up again? All right, PlayStation games. All right. PlayStation Store. All right. It's okay. People will bounce back. So I'm going to go to the PlayStation Store and see what they have for upcoming. What's it say for upcoming? Not what's hot. Pre-order? No, wait, no. Here we go. Coming soon. Here we go. Balan Wonderworld. That's coming to Switch too. It Takes Two, baby. I forgot about that game. It Takes Two from EA is coming. Let's see here. MLB The Show, of course, which is also coming to Xbox. We have Deathloop. Can't forget about Resident Evil Village is coming up. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Ratchet and Clank, of course. Let's see here. We have Back for Blood, Legend of Mana. That's also coming to Switch. That's all that they have on their store. So their store doesn't even really have... It doesn't have as many future listings as like Nintendo's store does. So you really are left to like, hey, what did they actually announce in the past? Like, Horizon Forbidden West is not even listed on their website. All right. I never left you, Nate. It's all right, man. I mean, it's nobody's fault. Okay, well, really it's my ISP fault. I have a Charter Spectrum, and I don't really have any other options in this area unless I want to go with DSL. So, yeah, that's just what I'm stuck with. We are within the next 5 years. We're supposed to have fiber in my area, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right? Like, what are you gonna do? I can't help it when the internet goes out. But we're back. That's what matters, is we're back now. And now we're back from outer space. Here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key if I had known for just 1 second you had to bother me. So now go. Walk out the door. Just that song has been stuck in my head all day. All right. Let's talk about the Switch Pro. Let's change topics though. Obviously our state of play stuff got interrupted by the internet thing. Let's talk about Switch Pro. Let's talk about Switch Pro. What by the time you get fiber, Breath of the Wild 3 will be out probably. Who's excited for Switch Pro? Let's start with that. And do you think it's going to come this year, next year? Do you think it's fake news and doesn't exist at all? That is a good song. It is a good song, Kirby Geek. WandaVision's really good. I like WandaVision. I'm fully up to date, all 7 episodes. Bye, George. Oh, George needs to leave in 15 minutes. When can I buy mine? I will literally mail them the money today just to get me one. I have it. So, for people who if there's anyone who doesn't think it's real, do I want to? I don't know if all right, screw it. For anyone who doesn't think it's real, I know 2 developers personally that have a Switch Pro in their studio. So dev units exist. Now, dev units existing doesn't mean the system is going to come out. I need to be clear here. Sometimes developers, third-party developers, get dev units, and then that hardware never comes out. So I don't want to say that like this immediate means we're getting it this year, we're getting it next year. But I know a couple people who have actually touched dev units for Switch Pro. And this isn't an Uncle Works at Nintendo because these aren't Nintendo people. These are third-party. No, I don't know any information on it. They won't tell me anything. All they did is confirm that they have dev units in the studio. They are refusing to break NDA to give me any exact details. So I can't confirm it's 4K. I can't confirm DLSS. I can't confirm what chip it is, how much RAM is in it, how much memory, better screen, if the Joy-Cons have been fixed. I can't confirm any of that because these 2 people I know that I personally have met in real life refuse to tell me the details. And that's fine. I asked if they were willing to divulge any of the details besides saying they have dev units, and they said no. So I'm going to respect their job and, not press them for details on something that they don't want to risk their jobs to get, to tell me anything about. Now, I think it's not really a big secret. Other industry insiders have said that dev units are already out there. So it's not like I'm the only. It's just I personally know people that claim, to me anyways, actual developers that they have dev units. So dev units exist. It doesn't mean it's coming this year. Doesn't mean it's coming next year. Doesn't mean it's ever going to release. Just that dev units do exist. Dev units are usually a positive sign that it exists and we're going to get it. So I don't know if we're getting it this year. Don't know if we're getting it next year. But I definitely think we're going to Switch Pro or new Nintendo. I mean, let's be honest. This is Nintendo. It's not going to be called Switch Pro. Okay? It's going to be new Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Plus or something. Or some people want it to be called Super Switch. Like, it's not going to be called Nintendo Switch Pro. I know that's the moniker we're all using because of the Apple iPad Pro, or like PlayStation 4 Pro. But they're going to do some stupid naming Nintendo convention like New Nintendo Switch or something like that. You just know that. Nintendo Switch Deluxe or something. Like, it's going to be something weird. That doesn't really make much sense marketing-wise. But it's still going to sell incredibly well. Pokemon tweeted, "Let's go, Sinnoh." Opinions. I don't know if it means anything. Or they could be teasing. I have no idea. We're supposed to get Pokemon announcements at the end of the week. So we'll see what happens. You still have a sealed copy, White Umbrella? Nice. Do you have the sealed copy that has the gold Wiimote? That's one that's probably worth the most. If you have a sealed collector's edition gold Wiimote version of Skyward Sword, that one's probably worth a decent penny today. Probably over $100. I don't need Switch Pro. I don't want to have to spend money, as the Switch is perfectly fine. I don't know why people want to spend more money and getting mad at Nintendo for not making it. All right, so Luke Skywalker. Here's what I'll say about the Switch Pro stuff. One, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. If you're perfectly happy with the Switch you have, you don't have to buy it for at least 2 years. So we've been told by Nate Drake and others for at least a couple years. Nate Drake, for those that don't know, is Nate the Hate. He appears on the Spawnway podcast. He also has a YouTube channel, does a podcast, all it jazz. For at least the next couple of years, Nintendo's putting all their games on the Switch still. So on the OG Switch and on Switch Lite. So there's not really a reason to have to upgrade if you're perfectly happy right now. However, there are many people out there that... Oh, is the chat bar frozen on the screen? Maybe I could fix the chat box on. The chat box might not come back right. Oh, is it going to update to the current? No. All right. Now the chat box is working. All right. So the thing is, there are people like me and others that really want a Switch Pro. But why do we want a Switch Pro? Let's be honest. Why do we want one? Chiefly, for me, I want all of Nintendo's games in 60 FPS. That's the number one desire for me, is Nintendo games in 60 FPS. It's not the resolution. It's not DLSS. It's not 4K. It's not even a 1080p screen on the handheld. It's 60 FPS. I want a Breath of the Wild update that makes it 60 FPS. I want Breath of the Wild 2 to be 60 FPS. That's not happening on the current Switch. It's not going to happen on the current Switch. They can't even maintain 30 FPS on the current Switch. So for Breath of the Wild, that is. So I really want every Nintendo game to be 60 FPS, and the only way we're getting that's with a new Switch, with a new upgraded Switch. That's chief number one. Number two, some people want some of the issues with Switch fixed, and they don't think it'll be fixed until there's a hardware revision. Things like a better kickstand for those that do want to use tabletop mode. That's a big request. People want better kickstands. People want no bezel. They want, the bezel is kind of a thing of the past. People want, kind of like how this screen goes all the way to the edge. People want screens that take up all that space so you get a bigger place to play in. People do want 1080p panels because they don't want to game in 720p anymore. They want to game in 1080, which is like the bare minimum we can do on phones. They want to have the potential of getting more third-party games. So while we get some third-party games on Switch, well, we're in the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X generation. Eventually, we're going to stop getting the third-party games we are getting. Like, we got Diablo 2 Resurrection. That's great. What about Diablo 4? That's not announced for Switch. Are we not going to get Diablo 4? Maybe not without a Pro. So there's a lot of things to consider in regards to why people want a Switch Pro. Plus, some people just like having newer, better technology. Let's just be honest. A lot of people are kind of like me. We're kind of tech heads. We like new stuff. I bought a Switch at launch. I'm ready to buy a new one. I mean, that was 4 years ago? I'm ready to buy a new one. And no one has to buy it. That's the thing. Like, I'm not going to get angry if a Pro doesn't exist. I don't get, mad if Pro doesn't come out. But it's also I'm going to be pretty happy if it does, because I want one. I'll be fine if I don't get one, but I would like to have one. Just like I don't have to have a PlayStation 5, but I'd like to have one. So you don't have to get one, but there's nothing wrong with it existing too. How do you feel about remastered Switch versions of the Zelda CDI games? Will never happen. Nintendo has written off the CDI games entirely, so you're never going to see those come back. I do want the Switch Pro, but I got a version 2 Switch, so I don't know anymore. If all games upscale to 4K or to 60 FPS, hard to know. I mean, the version 2 Switch, you just get better battery life. You're not getting better performance. They just have a more efficient chip, so you get better battery life. That's the only advantage you get with the version 2 Switch, the red box Switch. Jamanda Bob says, hypothetically, if the new Switch only upscale games and couldn't upgrade frame rate, do you think I'd buy it? Probably. I'm a tech guy, so I'd probably still get it. But I'm going to say this. If it has the ability to upscale games, you can't do that with just an upscaler. You have to have more powerful hardware. So they could choose to use that hardware for better frame rate instead. So hypothetically, that would never happen. Let me see here. You know what, let's do a giveaway quick for one of those cards here. We'll do a $5 one here. Type in the chat here. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. I want to win. Capital I, capital W, capital T, capital W, exclamation point to enter to win a $5 PSN or eShop gift card. You can choose which one you want, and then I'll literally go buy it. Got to type it out exactly as I typed it out. Only one time. Enter only once, because it'll erase your entry if you enter more than once. And then I will enter the end script here. End entries here. So you still have time. Still have time to enter. I haven't hit enter on the end script for the giveaway. To give you guys a little time. There's just a quick $5 one. Quick fiver. $5. You used to be able to use for $5 footlongs. Oh man, Mark's the man just got himself eliminated because he put it in twice. Mark's the man. I said only enter at one time. So you might want to stop before I just ban you for spamming. People say a lot. There's not the only one. He's just the most obvious since he spammed it in the chat. No, why does everyone think I'm giving gift cards to everyone? All right, we're gonna end entries here. All right, I ended the entry. Like, why does people think because it says I'm giving away gift cards that I'm giving one to everyone? Are people not logical? Okay, I'm a YouTuber with what, 64,000 subscribers. Okay, my videos are getting what, anywhere from 2 to 5,000 views, let's say, per video. So let's just say I gave away $5 to all 72 people. That would cost me $360. That's like the entire revenue I made this month before that giant super chat yesterday. So like, a revenue I made on YouTube, that is, not in real life. I have another job. But it's crazy to me when people are like, man, this guy's going to give $5 to everyone. Like, dude, no YouTuber would do that. Not even Mr. Beast. He wouldn't be able to cover the millions and millions and millions he'd have to give away to give everyone in the chat $5. That's insane. Anyways, let's get our first winner out of the way here. First winner of the day. First winner. First winner. Let me click the button. All right. The first winner is Raldar. Congratulations at Raldar. Congrats at Raldar. You have won a $5 Nintendo Switch or PlayStation Network card. Let me know which you want. Hit me up on Twitter at NintyPrime in DMs with a screenshot of you logged in on your YouTube account, or hit me up on Discord. Just let me know if you want a PlayStation Network or a Nintendo Switch. let me know. And or eShop, I guess you could use it on 3DS or like Wii U if they're still accepting them. So technically, it's just a Nintendo $5 card. Anyways, let me know which one you want. Hit me up on one of those 2 social media spots, and I will get that to you like literally within minutes here. I have Amazon open and everything ready to go. I should note that these are United States cards. However, both platforms, PlayStation and Nintendo, are region free, so you can use them anywhere you want. So technically, these giveaways are open up worldwide. You just, he's probably, is he even here? Well, you heard his name, and he's probably like rushing to Twitter or rushing to the Discord right now to get a hold of me. Don't have any messages on Discord yet, but I suppose I should open Twitter. I do not have Twitter open right now, in case he hits my DMs, which he might. And here comes my son.
Are you done?
Oh, my son is cute. I know you guys can't hear what he's saying, but all right, buddy, head upstairs now. Okay. Thank you. I know you're still in here. Oh, you're crawling out? Okay. Cute kid. All right. So remember, Raldar. In case you didn't hear me the first 3 times I said your name or whatever. What do you think the probability of a handheld collection coming to Switch for Zelda or Pokemon like Oracle Games or Minish Cap? It is possible to email me technically. I prefer you not to do it, but if that's the only way. But I mentioned earlier that people can use email. I just prefer them not to. But Raldar, you are the winner. Don't worry, we'll be giving away more too. So probably at least 2 more before the end of the stream. Alrighty then. I guess it's Q&A time, huh? Go ahead and ask your questions. Ask away. At me in the chat to ask a question. Or obviously you could super chat or donate or any of that crazy stuff to also get your questions answered. And hey, if you super chat or donate, that's how you get your name on that little blue list. See that little blue list over there on the left? That's how you get your name there. Let's make this a little bigger, eh? There we go. Remember, if you want to donate towards the new camera lens, you use the Streamlabs link in the description. Otherwise, super chat away and have fun. Do toasters toast or toast bread? Toast is made out of bread. Toasters toast bread and turn them into toast. Come on now. How long do you plan to stream for? I don't know. Maybe another half hour. Maybe. Do you think Metroid Prime 4 will get a trailer this year? Yes. Yes. By the end of the year, we will have seen Metroid Prime 4, in my opinion. It's not going to come out this year, though. What is your least favorite Nintendo game? Man, there's been a lot of them. Least favorite. I mean, I don't even like the word least favorite because that would like infer I like every game Nintendo releases, which is not true. We'll just go with Ultra Smash for now. I was really disappointed with that game. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I was really disappointed with that game on Wii U. Just is not a good game. Do I believe in ghosts and aliens? Yes. What Pokemon games have I played? Gen 1, Gen 2. Let me see. Let's go by names. Let's not go by gens. So I have played Obviously, red and blue and yellow. I have played gold and silver. I have played diamond and pearl. I have played black and white. Let's see. Was that the last one I played? Was black and white? That might have been the last one I played. Was black and white. Oh, I just played Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, which is Gen 1 all over again. So, let's see here. What are my last 2 fighters for Fighter Pass 2? If I could choose, if Sakurai's like, Nate, you get to decide. Fine. Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Done deal. It's like the only other video game character I care to get in. Then after that, it could really be anything. How about some Earthworm Jim? Got some Earthworm Jim up in here. So Daliana Vokin says, at some point, reliable leakers have predicted every 3D Zelda game getting remastered this year. What do you think the odds on that actually are? So let's be clear. Every 3D Zelda game is not being remastered this year. 2 things. 1, Nintendo's going to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Zelda through March 31st of 2022. So some games aren't going to come out until next year. 2, porting Twilight Princess HD and the Wind Waker HD over are not remastered. Anything. It's just giving us versions that exist on Wii U. Those aren't remasters. Those are literally just bringing over the HD versions that were on Wii U. So to be clear, technically the only 3D games that have been talked about as getting remastered this year are Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask 3D, and then Skyward Sword HD. The Wind Waker and Twilight Princess have already had it done. It's just porting them over from Wii U. And then probably charging you $10 more than they did on Wii U, because that's just what Nintendo does. Gimbo Gambler, if you and Eric were gay, would you two be lovers? I don't know. We'd have to be each other's type. Just being gay and into boys doesn't mean that you'll just be with any boy you get along with. Just like I get along with a lot of chicks, but I'm only in love with one of them. It's one of those things where we'd have to be each other's type. And I don't know that we are each other's type, because I don't swing that way. So I can't really answer that question. It's a really weird question. What's your game library for Switch as of now? I've already gone over it before. It's like 80 plus something games. I've gone over it before. I don't really feel like doing it right now. You just pop some empanadas in the oven. Nice. I'm thinking of Monster Hunter Rise releases and Mario dies in March, and then Nintendo dies out. That's what some people think. They might not talk about it until after Skyward Sword HD comes out. Or they might talk about it at E3 if Nintendo partakes in E3. I have no idea. I don't think any of us know the exact day or date or month. Latest best guess right now is summer, but well, that could be June, July, August. You don't really know. Who has been your most playable DLC fighter for Smash so far? Are you asking which DLC fighter I have played the most with? Or the one that I would play the most with? Here's a fun fact. I own 0 DLC fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not only do I own 0 DLC fighters, I haven't even unlocked even half of the roster for Smash. I am not a fighting game fan. So even though Smash is the closest I can come to enjoying a fighting game, I still don't really enjoy it that much. So I haven't even unlocked the full roster, let alone paid for any of the DLC characters. And the closest I came to buying any of the DLC characters was Banjo and Kazooie, because I have wanted Banjo and Kazooie in Smash for so long. But then Banjo Kazooie came and I still couldn't find myself willing to spend the money on it, because I know I'm not going to play the game. I have not played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in over a year. So just not a Smash guy. Now, You start adding characters to Mario Kart, hell yeah. I love playing as Link in Mario Kart. That's my most played character in Mario Kart. Nothing wrong. Smash is a great game. I've just never been that into fighters. I think the last time I played a fighter and really enjoyed it was like Primal Rage back in the day. You know, I used to play as the Velociraptor or whatever it was in that game. That was like the last time I really enjoyed a fighting game. Unless you count like Punch-Out, I suppose is a fighting game. I enjoy that. I think I played more ARMS than I played Smash, if I'm being completely honest. I really enjoyed ARMS. Played a lot as Ninjara in that game. So I guess I'm just not into traditional fighting games. How do I enter the giveaway? Whenever I tell you to. You can't enter it right now. Nate's a hero. He'd rather spend $5 on a gift card for us and not Smash DLC. I could easily buy all the DLC for myself. I just don't care. Man, I haven't had a single super chat or donation today. I better break it. Hold on, wait. Before I break the streak, 1 second here. I don't want to do it. I want to do it in a special way. I want to break the streak in a special way. Here we go. Here we go. I got to break the streak with that one. That's a good one. That's a good streak breaker right there. That's a good streak breaker right there. I'm my own #1 fan. I'm my own #1 fan. I'm a #1. I'm actually going to do a shot for that one. Because I feel like it. I'm going to bust out the Yag for it. I'm my own #1 fan. I broke my own seal. I'm my own #1 fan. To be honest, everyone should be their own #1 fan. Because everyone should love themselves. And if you don't love yourself, start making positive changes in your life to get to the point that you do love yourself. So, you should always be your own #1 fan. No one should love you more than you love yourself. Not saying you should be full of yourself. There's a difference. Cheers. Jaeger. I even swished that around. Why the hell did I swish that around? I'm running out of water. Why the heck did I swish that around? It's not like Jaeger tastes so good that I'm like, oh yeah, let me swish it. Yeah, baby. It's like, ugh. Sorry, I'm looking for like a little rag over here because I spilled the drop on the desk. I gotta wipe it off. All right. Yeah. I love myself, and I love myself. I am my own wife. I love you more than I love myself. Aw, that's a little sad, but also aw. Just aw. Who is this guy? I have a random YouTuber. I think that's like, hey, I gotta check out his stuff. He says he wants to collab. Check out what he's got going on. All right. What's the best way to grow your channel to 1,000? Okay, hold on here. Hold on. I'm gonna show that message. Global Scorer says, "What's the best way to grow your channel to 1,000 subscribers? You're almost at 100." So, go watch video influencers. They can really help you out get to like your first 1,000. I don't really know how to answer that question. So, my channel has always been a little unique. Because I worked for a place called Zelda Informer before it. And I got Zelda Informer popular by getting Zelda Informer ranked on Google searches. And I basically transferred some of that Zelda Informer audience to YouTube. So it was really easy for me to get my first few thousand because I got it from a website that I had millions of people reading. And then by the time it became Nintendo Prime, I had a Facebook page called Nintendo Prime that had a bunch of followers on it that I used, again, to signal boost Nintendo Prime's YouTube channel. So, like, I didn't earn my 1,000 by, like, getting it directly off YouTube. I got it from other social media and other websites. So the way I did it is not really the way anyone should do it. It doesn't really make sense to do it the way that I did it because you'd already have to be popular somewhere else. So I don't really have any advice on how to do it because I don't know how to do it. I really don't know at all, man. I know what I do to be quote-unquote successful. And that's just make content I care about and that I'm passionate about, and that I make the kind of content that I want to see on YouTube. Not everyone wants to see it. Not everyone wants to see rumor videos. Not everyone wants to see discussion videos or this and that. Like, people don't want to always see that stuff, but I do. So I make the content that I wish other people made, and some people do make it. But then some of those people, I don't care what they have to say. It's the person. It takes the person. Yeah, Thursday's podcast is going to be sweet. So for those who don't know, we have an episode of the Nintendo Prime podcast coming out Thursday. Special guests on that podcast are going to be Misclick Gaming. Yes, the full-time Twitch streamer. Also has a YouTube channel with almost 100,000 subs on. Then Game Over Jesse as well. And it's going to be all about the 35th anniversary of Zelda. I'm sure we'll get some other talks in there, but that's going to be a big thing. We got a $2 super chat that hasn't even popped up in my chat yet. There it is. What's been announced for after Monster Hunter? And Taker610, would you like me to do a shot for that, or just thank you? It's up to you. What's been announced for after Monster Hunter for Switch? For after Monster Hunter Rise? So the upcoming slate, we have Bravely Default 2, Monster Hunter Rise. Let me see. That's March. April, we have new Pokemon Snap. March, I don't think there's anything for March yet. Wait, there's nothing for March. Then new whatever. After Monster Hunter, I don't remember exact dates now. I'm really drawing a blank. We have Mario Golf Super Rush, Skyward Sword HD, new Pokemon Snap. Those are the three bigger games on Switch we know about after months. I don't know. Like, I was trying to remember exact months and dates. I don't really remember the exact months and dates, but I know those all come after Monster Hunter Rise. So there you go. Those are the three ones. Thank you so much for that donation too. I really appreciate it. That super chat. I've watched you scoop Spawnwave, dude. You're doing just fine. Be proud. Scoop. What does scoop mean? Daliana Vulcan. I've watched you scoop Spawnwave, dude. I don't even know what that means. I'm like in my mid-30s, guys. Some of these like terminologies that these younger cats are using, I don't really understand. I'm getting too old. I'm too disconnected from the younger crowd now. I already went over what Pokemon games I played before earlier, so can I get Pro Jared as a guest? I have messaged him in the past and he never responded, so probably not. Oh, get the news out there first. That's what it means. Yeah. Well, he does a show. He does a Spawnwave, or Spawncast is the podcast. Newswave. So he kind of does all his news in Newswave. So like, if I do an individual story, before Newswave comes out, then well, yeah, I got to the news first. But that's because we deliver news differently. What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? You can't wait to play 3D World? It's a fun game. Fun game. Why does someone bring up Philip Mewson? I talked about him back when it was relevant. Oh, great. SSR. Now I want Nate to play the horse cock song. I haven't played that song in a long time, right? It's been a long time since the Horsecock song was played. Technically, you can donate in Super Chat and request Nintendo music. And the horsecock song is on the list of songs you can request because it's not copyright. So, when is the next giveaway? Before the end of the stream, sometime in the next 20 minutes or so. As for what streaming software I use Streamlabs OBS. Do you play Wander Song? If so, what did you think of it? If not, what were you doing with your life? I have not played it. What was I doing with my life? Not playing that, playing something else. You have to go soon. There will be the stream's only going for like another 20 minutes, so I'll be giving away 2 more cards before the end of the stream. Because after 20 minutes, I got to go finish ending the day with my kids and getting them ready for bed and reading a book to them and yada yada yada. No, I want to hear the horse cock song. Well, you want to hear it, Logan LeBlanc, you know what you got to do. Taker610 with another $2 says, odds of a June reveal for Switch Pro. By the way, it is lens. What? I don't understand what you mean by it is lens. It is... odds of a June reveal. If it's coming this year, maybe. Because if Nintendo participates in the E3 digital event, then it's always possible. Thank you, Lance MIB, for following over on Twitch. So it's possible. How about all that snow finally warm? I'm not too far from you. You live in Woodstock. We didn't really get much snow. We maybe got like a half an inch. And all the snow is almost gone. The title of the donation bar. To donate to the new camera lens, you have to use the Streamlabs donation link. If you use Super Chats, that goes into the pool of ad money I get. So I don't, I still get that money, but I don't get it for a month, and it doesn't increase the donation thing. So the reason I use Streamlabs is because they don't take a massive percentage out of the donation. So when I fundraise for things with the donation goal, I always use the Streamlabs for that. Just because it also separates the money out from YouTube. That's also. So yeah, if you're trying to donate towards the camera lens, then you want to use a Streamlabs donation link, and you can still add text and everything. It'll still pop up. It just won't have to be highlighted in the chat. But it'll pop up on the screen. And here comes one of my kids. Dad! Kids. I have a PlayStation 5 and I love it, but to be honest, I also want a Series X. Cool. Sonic Prime, me. Can't wait to see Sonic kill aliens with Samus. Hold on. Kids. Favorite game genre? Action adventure, clearly. Then probably RPG. I like shooters as well. I like strategy games a lot. Do I like Dragon Ball Z? Not really. The title of the donation bar says lens and not lens. Is it a Canada thing or a typo? What? No, it's called... It must be a typo, I guess. I always thought it had an E in it. See, I don't know everything. I guess they call them... I guess it's just LENS. I always thought there was an E. Why? Oh, because the plural form has an E. All right. So yeah, it's just a typo. It's supposed to just be with a LENS, I guess. I get confused sometimes when you have the plural forms that have the ES and then the singular that only has, no. Can still have an S, but no, it gets. I'm not like the best at English, okay? I don't speak the English very well. Did you and Pro Jared know each other? I had no idea he even lived in Wisconsin. I don't know Pro Jared at all. Never met him, never talked to him. All right. No need to spell. Good. That's why we have spell check. Yeah, there's no spell check in Streamlabs. And it's not spell good, it's spell well. Oh! English correction. I used to be a writer too, so I figure I should know it. It's just I've never really used that word. Lens. Should probably fix it. Properties. Oh yeah. I gotta end the goal and I got new camera lens. Goal amount 150 starting amount $1. There we go. Better for you. Correct spelling. Chat will spell check for me. Well, I fixed it. We're all good, right? We're all good. All right. What's one game on the Nintendo platform you feel is underrated to the point where it's criminal? Star Fox Zero. Victory. Will Breath of the Wild be better if it had Conquer in it? No. If there's one game I've played that I would consider to be severely underrated, it's Punch-Out for the Wii. Oh, okay, the Wii version. I didn't know that was underrated. That game is underrated. It's really good. I thought everyone just knew it was really good. I'll do the giveaway when I do the giveaway, Darian. When do you think other parts of Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out? 4 years from now? God knows. They're taking forever with it, so beats me. They'll tease it for like 4 years and then drop it at like the end of PlayStation 5 gen. That just feels like that's what they're going to do. My audio stream bitrate is incorrect, huh? My audio stream bit... What is my audio bitrate set at? Oh. No, I can't change that. Well, I can't change my bitrate, so you're just going to have to suck it. YouTube being like, your audio stream bitrate's too low. Well, I can't change it. Streamlabs doesn't have an option for me to go higher than the one I am, so whatever. Nintendo Prime is life. I am life. I am the way. I am the way. Love your streams. Thanks, man. Kefka or Sephiroth? I don't really know. I didn't play either of the games, so Nintendo Prime. That's my answer. Nintendo Prime. The Prime Nintendo. The one who sprecketh the primeth in thy mouth. Do you know the way? I always know the way. What do you think of the gameplay of Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on Switch? Have we seen gameplay of it now? I was unaware that we saw gameplay of it on Switch. I thought it was just announced for Switch. I didn't think we actually saw gameplay. So I have no thoughts because I haven't seen it. Oh, one thing to mention, Sony has basically announced that there is a new PlayStation 5 VR in the works. But it's not coming like anytime soon. So it's like, hey, we're making it. It's going to have new controllers. It's going to be better. Believe me. Okay. I mean, of course you're going to make another VR headset. That's not surprising. I don't think there's really anything to talk about until you can show it off. Am I a sports fan? Absolutely. NFL, NBA, and MLB. Plus, I watch college sports. Why is your name Nintendo Prime? Because I am the Prime Nintendo. Because I'm in my prime. You call yourself an RPG fan. Just because I like playing RPGs doesn't mean I know all the RPGs in the world, man. You know how many RPG games there are? Let me put it to you this way. There are more RPGs that require more minimum game time to complete than the amount of seconds I have been on this planet. It is quite literally impossible for me to have played every single RPG that exists to a point of beating the game anyways, beating the main story. It's literally impossible. That's how many RPGs there are. I think Pirate of Mithra was a safe pick for Smash. It makes me think that Nintendo might not pull a Byleth and are saving bigger picks for something like E3. I don't know. Watch as one of the merch items for Zelda's 35th will be Zelda's Twilight Princess outfit and Link's tunic. You're not spamming. Oh, for earlier? Yeah, well, you mean you disqualified yourself from winning. I said say it one time, and you said it like 6, 7, 8 times. How would you feel if Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas came to Switch? Sure, why not? Well, I mean, I want all games on Switch, so even if they're games I won't play, I want them on Switch. Yet another anime sword user. I don't like. Why do people bitch about anime and why do people bitch about sword? Who gives a flying fuck? Don't you already love Smash Bros? So who gives a shit? And maybe it's just because I'm not like a big the super hardcore Smash fan. But who gives a flying fuck? They don't have to add any characters. How about that? Who gives a shit? It's a Nintendo IP with a major character being added from a popular Nintendo IP. What the fuck is the problem? Who gives a shit if it's a sword user? Aren't there enough characters? Doesn't the game have like 90 fucking characters in it? Who gives a fuck? Just be happy you get anything. Damn. It's like the biggest roster in a fighting game of all time, and we're bitching because it's an anime sword user. It's a Nintendo character. Get the fuck over it. Jesus. I have no idea what OJ was like when he saw Pyre. I'm sure he was excited. Maybe. Is he a big Xenoblade fan? I don't even know if he's a big Xenoblade fan. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, too. Don't buy Smash passes until, you know what the characters are and you know if you want to spend on it or not. How long have I been following the Game Explain for? A long time. Too many salty people in the Nintendo community not getting what they want. I don't understand why people bitch about it. I've never understood why people bitch about what characters get added to Smash. I understand we all have our favorite characters and our ideal. I want Conquer in Smash. I don't actually ever expect it to happen. You know, it would be cool to get Sora in Smash. I don't expect it to ever happen. Master Chief, don't expect it to ever happen. You know, Kratos from God of War, don't expect it to ever happen. I don't expect any character to be added to the Smash. I'm happy that they're even adding characters. They don't have to. It's already the greatest fighting game ever made. It's already the most popular fighting game ever made. It's already got the largest roster you're ever going to see in a fighting game because you're never going to get all these characters back into another Smash Bros. Game again. This is it. This is Smash Bros. Ultimate. We are not going to get a fighting game that has this many characters in it ever again. Period. End of story. It's never going to happen. Enjoy it while it lasts because this is it. We're not getting another Smash game that has all these characters. So fucking enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. No need to bitch because another anime. Guess what? Don't fucking pay for it then. If you don't want the character, don't buy the character. Don't buy a Smash Pass when you don't even know what fucking characters are included. They still sell you the Smash Pass after the characters are all added, and you can decide if it's worth it or if you just want to buy individual characters. Who gives a shit? It's a popular Nintendo IP. Had its most popular entry ever, the game that Pyra and Mithra are from, release on Switch. Why the fuck wouldn't we get the character from that game in the to me, it'd be like bitching if they added in, Breath of the Wild, most popular Zelda game ever. So they decide to add in another character from there that's like a sword user. Like, I don't fucking know. I'm trying to think. Like Urbosa or something, right? Who uses swords. Oh my god, it's another anime fucking sword user. Yeah, from one of the most popular games on the fucking platform. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't get the fucking complaints. Get the fuck over it. They don't have to give you anything. You are not entitled to the characters you want in a game you have nothing to do with. You have zero say over what Nintendo does with Smash. Zero say. You can choose to spend your money, and if you spent money before you knew what the characters were and you're pissed because you wouldn't have spent the money on those characters, you have no one to blame but yourself. No one held a gun to your head and told you, oh, better go buy the second Smash Pass. You could have waited. No one forced you to get it right away. You could have bought characters individually you wanted and ignored the ones you didn't. Get over it. I think it's a good ad. I enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's a good ad. I'm not like super pumped like some people are. The only character announcement I got remotely excited about was Banjo-Kazooie because I always wanted Banjo-Kazooie in the game. Still haven't even paid for it because I know I'm not going to play. I'm sure someday I will get all the characters unlocked and buy all the DLC just because I kind of want a complete roster just to have it. But I don't really care. Your response to that was to buy Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You and everyone in Japan, since the game sold out there. The lack of diversity in gameplay. Oh my god. So let me get this straight. Every sword user in the game plays the exact same, don't they, huh? Every sword user in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate plays exactly the same. That's why they're all S tier, right? Every sword user plays exactly the fucking same. There's no fucking differences between any of the fucking characters in Smash. They're all the same, right? Oh my god, because they all use a similar weapon type. They're all the goddamn same. It's so not... I know that. I'm as casual as it gets as a Smash fan, and I know that's bullshit. There isn't a single sword player in the game that plays like Link. Link's a sword character. There isn't a single other sword character besides other Link characters that play anything like Link. And the same is true for each individual sword character. Just because, okay, fine, take away the sword, give them a fucking axe. Give them a fucking club. Give them a spear. They're gonna... Oh, so fucking dumb. Who cares about the fucking weapon type? They don't play the same. No, Hero does not play similar to Link. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I've seen Pro Hero gameplay and I've seen Pro Link gameplay. Get the fuck out. They do not play the same. They do not play the same. I've literally watched Smash Bros. Tournaments with both characters in. Yes, I said characters that aren't like Toon Link, Young Link, and Link are all fucking Link. I'm talking about different characters. Jesus Christ. And even the Links have differences. Toon Link and Young Link are pretty similar, but there's even some slight differences there in gameplay. It's like bitching that Mortal Kombat is a bunch of guys fighting with fists most of the time. Oh my god, I've beaten you with my fist. Oh, here's another character beating you with their fist. Like, that's... Who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares? Jesus Christ. God, just because of that, I hope the last two characters they add are Fire Emblem sword users. Fuck it. Heck, grab... Yeah, fuck it. Just give me some more fire. I want... You know what? I want to piss off the Smash community. I want the last two characters to be Fire Emblem characters, and I want them to use swords. And I hope they play exactly the fucking same. I hope they're basically just alts of each other. Fuck it. I'm get on the phone here. Let me call up Doug Bowser quick. What's up, Doug? Hey. So people bitching. People are bitching about another sword user in Smash. I know, right? Like a dual character. It's like the only other character that works like Zelda in the whole fucking game. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. So for some reason, people are bitching. So you know what? Let's add some more anime sword characters. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Fire Emblem? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, make sure they're sword characters, though. Don't choose any other... Don't choose like an axe or a magic class. Oh yeah, sword characters. I don't know, anyone you fucking want. I don't care. Heck, I'll just go on like Fire Emblem Heroes right now and just like randomly scroll on my phone and pick out random sword characters that nobody fucking knows who they are. Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah, fuck the Smash community, I swear to fucking Christ. They're so unappreciative. They're unappreciative, I'm telling you. Go ahead and get pissed. Clip it out, throw it up on YouTube and Twitter. I don't give a fuck. The Smash community is one of the most whiny baby communities I've ever seen when it comes to characters getting added. There's zero appreciation for the fact that they never had to fucking do it anyways because you didn't get the character you wanted. Guess what? It took me fucking, 3 fucking decades or two plus decades to get Banjo-Kazooie in the fucking game. I still didn't even fucking buy it. Who gives a fuck? God damn, if you hate the game so much, stop fucking playing it. You don't like the characters, stop buying them. It's just like people bitching about Skyward Sword HD being $60. Don't fucking buy it. Anyone else who spends the money on it, let them fucking enjoy. You don't have to spend your money. Save it. Spend it on shit you think's worth it. You know what? You control what you spend your money on. Nintendo doesn't have a gun to your head. Get the fuck over it. Seriously. Alright. That being said, let's give away a couple cards quick. Enter. There we go. Please enter more Fire Emblem sword characters for Smash with an exclamation point to win one of 2 gift cards I'm going to give away right now. Please only enter it one time. Are we getting... Oh, no, it's just doing that. It's doing that mass update thing where it's updating anyone who's subscribed today. Does that every now and then. Let's go. I wonder how many I wonder if I legitimately lost some subscribers for that. For going on that little rant about people bitching about fucking what characters get added to Smash. Who gives a shit? God damn, it's the greatest fucking fighting game ever made. Can't we just be happy? Why do we always gotta have something to bitch about? That's what I don't get. Why do we always have to have something to bitch about? Well, FedEx, scheduled for delivery. Scheduled for delivery. That's the new sound equipment for the podcast. The new audio interface. Scheduled for delivery tomorrow. It's supposed to be here tomorrow before 10:30 a.m. I paid for the fucking premium shipping on that shit. So I hope, even though the COVID's going on, that I get it. All right. All right. All right. Entries are done. Entries are done. Entries are done. Oh, boy. Really isn't that many entries. It took people too long to enter. All right. Let me click the button here. Ho-ho! Our first winner is Jurassic Gamer. Congratulations. You have won a $10 Nintendo Switch eShop gift card and or PlayStation Network card. Hit me up on Twitter and or Discord with your proof of who you are. The next winner is clickety-click. Oh, we got Sun Deep L as the other winner. You've also won a $10 eShop or PlayStation Network gift card. Come on down to Twitter or wherever the hell you are. Come on down. Come on down to South Park and have some... I start singing the South Park theme song. Yo, nice! Brian, see? You should clip chat and make a video showing how much peeps want sword characters for Smash. Yes! Yes! All the sword characters, let's go. I hope they do a whole nother DLC set of like 7 new characters. All of them Fire Emblem sword characters. Just get the entire Fire Emblem roster in Smash. Let's just make the roster like 80,000 Fire Emblem characters. Oh, man. Thank you so much for the $5, Brian. I really appreciate it. Instead of prime out of context. Oh, that's great. You misspelled it. Happens, man. Happens. Maybe I should like petition Nintendo. Please delete any character that's not an anime sword character. Thank you very much. Any character in the game that's not anime and sword, get rid of them. They don't belong. I want my anime sword character only Smash Bros. Right now. Oh, man. What's up, Joker from AFK Arena? The only giveaway that's going to happen is a sticker to myself. I deserve it. I deserve it. I'm very appreciative of myself. I'm so appreciative. Nate, you're such an awesome guy. Seriously, man. I don't know how you do it some days. How do you be that awesome? Look, you're just going to join your own Orange Boy club and just say, Nate, thank you for being you. Thank you for being you, Nate. Thank you for being you. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to hold the mirror up and be like, I'll put my leg in the air. Thank you for being you, Nate. Nate, you are awesome. How about a Fire Emblem spinoff for Smash? Yeah! Fire Emblem spinoff, baby! Oh, man. I don't even know how much money's in my bank right now. I know I got enough to cover the giveaways I already gave away. And the money is super chatted. I'm like, how much money's even in my bank? Am I just slapping myself right now? Oh, I lost subscribers. I lost some subs. Some people getting pissed. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I got to go cut up some watermelon and get my kids ready for bed. Why are your snow pants? I don't know what this kid's doing. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you had a good time at the stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one.